right, throw him down.
What's going on here? Get down, preacher. Put your hands up and turn around.
All right, throw down the box. Open it up, Zeb. See what else they're carrying.
Nothing worth anything, just a case of Bibles. I'll show you how worthwhile a Bible is.
You asking to be killed?
Hold it. We came after money, not preachers.
You and me got a date real soon.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
The afternoon of December 9, 1882. The stage holdup was reported to Clay Hollister, sheriff of Tombstone.
Come in.
Afternoon, Reverend Tuttle.
Hello, Clay.
It's the load of Bibles you brought in on the stage?
Yes, that's right.
I understand both you and them almost didn't make it.
I wasn't worried.
Well, you should have been. According to what that stage driver tells me, that fella you sent spinning came close to killing you.
I got angry.
Well, Reverend Tuttle, you haven't been in Tombstone very long, so you got a lot to learn. When there's a 6-gun leveled at you, that's not the time to get angry. People like you. They'd rather see you in church than up on Boot Hill.
Amen to that.
Tell me, do you recognize any of the men that held up the stage?
Well, they wore masks.
Well, supposing you'd run into them again, would you know them?
I might, Clay. Come in, Mr. Claiborne.
Hello, Reverend. Clay?
Yes?
Talk to the stagecoach, boys. You lost an awful lot of money.
Yeah, too much. I shouldn't send through a whole month's shipment at one time.
I thought you'd like to know. Big Jim Sten's in town.
Do you know Jim Sten?
Sten? He hasn't been to church, has he?
He wouldn't be caught dead in church. Runs a gambling casino up in Contention. Runs the rest of the town, too.
Would you like to meet him?
For what reason?
From what the driver says, it may have been Sten and his boys that robbed the stage. Where can I find him, Harris?
I saw him walk past the Epitaph, toward the Crystal Palace.
I'll see you later. Reverend? I guess that animal doesn't know he's breaking the law.
No need to draw, Sheriff.
Just keep your hand away from your gun, Jim.
Well, my horse. Glad it was you and not some horse thief.
We have a city ordinance against horses on the sidewalk.
Haven't heard about that in Contention.
You recognize this man?
Is this Mr. Sten?
That's right, Reverend. Jim Sten. How could the preacher recognize me? Haven't been in Tombstone in weeks. No preacher's been in Contention for years.
Is this one of the hold-up men?
One of them, the boss, had the same voice, same build.
Where were you this morning, Jim?
In Contention, my establishment.
Anybody can verify that?
Sure, you know how popular it is.
Well, Reverend?
He could be one of the men who held up the stage, yes.
Oh?
Well, in a court of law, could be isn't strong enough. You've got to be sure beyond a reasonable doubt.
How can I be? The masks. Mr. Sten, would you swear on the Bible that you weren't there?
Haven't been near a Bible since I was a kid.
During the holdup, somebody called out the name of your hired gun, Zeb.
More than one Zeb.
Where was he this morning?
I'm not my brother's keeper. Isn't that what you'd say, Reverend?
It's what Cain said. It's not what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Am I under arrest?
Haven't decided yet. I want the stage driver to have a good look at you.
Are you joking, Hollister? You can't build a case around the identification of a masked man. They'd laugh you out of court.
Clear out of town. I'll know where to find you.
Sure. Reverend, that's my Bible.
Sheriff, how far is this town of contention?
A couple hours ride.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Well, good morning, Reverend.
They told me in the office I'd find you here. I'd like to put a notice in the epitaph.
Why, sure. What is it?
Reverend Weeks will be conducting services in the Tombstone Church this Sunday. I'll be preaching elsewhere.
Where's elsewhere?
Contention.
Contention? Well, what for?
I learned those men up there haven't observed the Sabbath in years.
Well, in a little while longer isn't gonna hurt him any. Look, Rev, take my advice and stay out of contention. You'd be safer preaching to a pack of rattlesnakes.
Clay's right, Reverend. That's no place for you.
Gentlemen, I'm not concerned with my safety.
What's the matter? Isn't there enough work to be done right here in Tombstone?
Sheriff, I wouldn't think of telling you how to do your job.
And part of my job is keeping people from getting their heads blown off.
I have to go where I think I'm needed most. Good day, gentlemen.
Sunday morning, December 13, 1882. Reverend Malcolm Tuttle was the first preacher to enter Contention, Arizona Territory.
Good morning.
What's the matter? You lost your road, mister?
No, I don't think so. Where can I find Jim Sten?
That's his place over there.
Thank you. Gentlemen, is this a fit activity for Sunday morning? Gambling is bad enough, but I'd like to crack your heads together for doing it on the Sabbath.
Preacher, do you want to die?
I'll know more than you do. But I'm going to teach what I believe in. There's something better in this world than 4 races.
There sure is.
And I'm not talking about a straight flush. If you show some respect to religion, have some for yourself.
Where are you going?
When he gets through, I'll be back.
Same here. You got a grudge against me?
Grudge?
Accusing me of robbing a stage and breaking up my poker game?
I've got other feelings about you, Mr. Sten. But no grudge.
Preacher, I've had enough of you.
I'm just starting.
You're all finished. You know, I've never killed a preacher before, and I'm beginning to wonder what it's going to feel like.
You better get out. And stay out.
I'll be back. There's going to be a church in this town. Service is next week on Sunday, 11 o'clock.
Let me kill him.
What for?
Because I'd sleep better at night if he were dead.
I wouldn't.
Why?
A lot of people could get mad if you killed a reverend.
Reverend? Who cares what he is?
Shut up.
You know, he knows that it was us that robbed the stage.
You can't prove it.
Not today. But maybe tomorrow we can. We made a lot of loot off that stage. I want to live to spend it. And that church business, Jim, you let a preacher in town, and pretty soon you got the law and order boys, and they're digging.
And you and me can end up in Yuma prison.
You worry too much.
Even hang. Look, let me gun him real quick. The others will stay out of town.
You do any killing without my orders, you'll answer to me. If that preacher gets in my way, I'll take care of him.
Hope you don't mind my printing that.
No, truth's the truth.
Did Tuttle tell you what went on up in contention?
No, I got an idea he's been ducking me.
Well, from all I hear, he must have done some powerful talking. Big Jim Sten still hasn't got his poker operation back to
In
normal.
other words, if he should run from there, he just might not win.
The word's around that if he goes back, Sten and his gun Zeb will kill him.
Oh, well, he's not going back, is he? I'm beginning to think there's something funny about the Reverend Tuttle.
Maybe we just don't understand religion.
It's people. Maybe there's something between him and Sten.
Well, like what?
I'm going to find out.
Clay Hollister rode to contention. It appeared Reverend Tuttle had some special reason for risking his life. It was the sheriff's job to protect lives, and that included preachers.
Dealer takes 2.
Bet 5.
10 better.
Call.
Aces.
Had 3 kings.
Hardly worth it. Go buy yourself something.
I understand you've been making some hard threats against the Reverend.
You're out of your territory, Sheriff. 5-count
The
stuff.
whole county's my territory, and the Reverend's getting to be a pretty good friend. You do anything to harm him, you'll answer to me.
You keep that meddling missionary out of my way.
Meddling missionary.
He seems to have some special reason for wanting to come up here. You got any idea what it is?
He wants to wreck my business.
Why do you think it's special, Mr. Law?
I'll ask the questions.
Well, ask him some other time. I'm trying to run a game, and it's getting harder to do.
Yeah, this place should be full. Can't even build up a pot.
Well, maybe it isn't the Reverend's fault that business has fallen off. Could be other things. Like, for instance, the dealer pulling cards off the bottom of the deck.
You're calling me a cheat?
I'm just suggesting these boys watch you a little more closely.
Zeb, put it away.
I sure don't like being drawn on.
And keep out of contention.
I'll go where I want to, when I want to. When I'm ready, I'll come back here.
Well, it looks like I'll have to kill him, too.
December 20, 1882. Sunday morning in Tombstone, Arizona Territory.
Morning, Reverend.
Morning, Clay. You wouldn't by any chance be headed for contention, would you? You've got no right to stop me, Sheriff.
Look, I don't want to stop you. I just want you to wait for a couple of weeks. You're risking your life going up there now.
I promised services for this morning. If I don't show up, how are the people going to respect the contention church?
What contention church?
I'm making one. I put this together myself last night while writing the sermon.
Well, I'm impressed, but I ought to lock you up for your own good.
Think that'll help law and order? Sheriff and the preacher feuding?
All right. If I can't stop you, I'll ride along with you.
Be a pleasure to have a church go with me, Sheriff.
If I'm going to church, I got to be prepared.
church is a place for peace.
Aim to keep it that way.
It's been a long night. 2 pair. Aces high.
Beats me.
I'm broke.
Yeah, I won a couple of times. Small pots, though.
Look, for Sunday morning, the place should be packed full. Jim, do you think the preacher's going to really show up here like he said he would?
You sound like you're hoping.
I am. Ooh, I wish he'd walk in that door right now.
Zeb, take this in the back room. Empty it in the safe and fix up the account books.
I never do that till the afternoon.
Do it now.
Zeb's the top gun. Why don't you let him have his way? Let him shoot up the preacher.
Play cards.
You getting old, Jim? Killing beginning to bother you?
I'll show you.
Then it's not just killing. It's preacher killing. Jim Sten's getting religion.
Yeah, that's right. I'm getting religion.
11 o'clock, December 20, 1882. A day contention would long remember.
Well, there it is. All we have to do now is get ready.
Couldn't have got yourself much closer to Sten's place. You put up your cross, I'll keep watch.
Well, we've got a church. Now all we have to do is get it open. Let's take a look, fellas. Time for services. Come in. Come in, please. The sheriff is here for services, just like you are.
Yeah, only I'm used to people not wearing their hats in church.
Not me, mister.
In one way, my visit here has been a failure. In other ways, it has been a success. Let us start with a hymn, please. Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee.
Queens.
Aces. Did you get it done?
Not much to it this week.
Sit down.
Jim, it's the preacher.
I'll take care of him
When?
when I'm ready.
What's wrong with you, Stan? You're stalling.
Forget about the preacher.
Tough gun. You're a real tough guy.
Don't push me.
The preacher calls Sten's bluff. First thing you know, this will be a law and order
You
town.
call Stan's bluff, I didn't call mine.
You talk big.
I'll gun that preacher down.
What about Sten?
And if he gets in my way, I'll have to take care of him, too.
The sheriff's down there with the preacher.
That doesn't change a thing.
Where's Zeb?
I really think he's going to kill that preacher.
Stop!
Grab it, Zeb. You, keep an eye on him. Is he bad?
He hasn't got long. How did it happen, Clay?
It looks like Zeb was trying to gun you down. Jim must have tried to stop him.
So Jim Sten got his, fighting for a preacher. He was a big winner, up until now.
You all right?
Jim, you shouldn't have done it.
Don't lose any sleep about it. I'm glad it's this way. Money, I stole it. In the saloon.
You knew him before, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh.
Church. Take me in the church.
Go ahead, Reverend. I can wait for my answers. He can't.
I guess I came too late to help him.
A lot of others that you can't help, Reverend.
Yes, I know. But I was praying I could do something for him.
He sure did go to a lot of trouble.
He's my brother.
Brother.
I heard he was out this way. I didn't know he was using the name Sten until I saw him.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I wanted to help him first. Perhaps change him.
You didn't.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone Territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory.
That's Holt Sergeant, all right.
I wonder where the rest of his gang is.
Looks like he's going to Bisbee to join him.
There's a lot of people out there, Clay. Somebody's liable to get hurt.
Whaley boards the stage, ready to go. By that time, the crowd should have broken up.
Hello, Jet.
Hello, Pa.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
Holt Sergeant and the new arrival left Tombstone in a hurry. Clay Hollister and Deputy Charlie Riggs were amazed to discover that one of the territory's most notorious outlaws was the father of a teenage son. The sheriff decided to follow Sergeant. This was the first chance to find his hideout, perhaps his gang. The trail led them through the fastness of the Mule Mountains to a cabin hidden by oak trees.
Makes sense bringing him up here.
I told you, his ma died.
Yeah, we might use him as a lookout. I can see he don't know nothing about guns.
I'll learn to shoot. And ride, too. I can take care of myself.
Inside, we get company.
Come on.
Behind the wall.
I told you not to meet that stage.
Come on out, Sergeant! Out of here! Don't get that boy hurt!
Give me your gun, Paul.
Get down on the floor.
Go on around back.
I'm gonna make a run for it.
It's our only chance. It's safer inside.
Not for me. Come on.
It's Dude and Reno! They got away!
Sergeant! Send that boy out! You don't want to get him hurt, do you? Go ahead. Outside.
I want to stay with you, Paul.
You heard me. Outside.
Get out of the way!
my Paul.
I had to.
He never did nothing to you, and you shot him down.
He was a wanted man.
He was a good man. He was my Paul.
Easy, boy.
I'm gonna kill you someday, just like you killed him.
Stand up, boy. Why'd you come to Tombstone, Chet?
When Ma died, my pa sent for me.
Did you know that your father was an outlaw?
I read about him in the papers.
Yet you came here anyway.
Why not? He had more nerve than any man in Arizona. It said so in the papers.
There's a better use for courage, boy, than robbing, stealing, and murdering.
My pa wasn't afraid of nobody. And neither am I.
Afraid's no use, Sheriff. Looks like this boy's heading for trouble.
Need somebody to set him straight about things. If he isn't helped now, we'll have another gun hand in Tombstone. We got enough of those already.
But that's not your responsibility.
I don't want no help from him.
What do you suggest doing?
Get him a job first thing.
I think you're right. Work never hurt anybody, and sometimes it keeps them out of trouble.
I'm sorry, Hollister, but there's no use discussing it.
I sure wish you could see your way clear, Mr. Hart.
I can't take a chance. We keep a lot of money around. His father's friends are still on the loose.
Well, thanks anyway. Those the only things you're interested in, Jet?
I'm gonna have a gun.
Did you ever shoot one?
I'll learn.
Only thing is, it's my business to be particular who carries a gun in this town. Come on.
I could use another hand, all right, but taking on an outlaw's kid, I don't know.
Did you ever stop to think what had happened, Ed, if people held that against the kid all his life?
That ain't my responsibility.
That's everybody's responsibility.
Well, couldn't pay him much.
That's not important for now. Jet? Jet?
Mr. Hart, how much is that gun with the white grips?
Well, now, that's a mighty nice belt pistol. About $50. But I'm not selling you a gun, boy.
They got away with 2,000.
Could you identify him, Mr. Hart?
Jim Reno, Dude Kappa. They've been here before.
I took the Bisbee Road, Sheriff. Where'd you disappear to? Go on, get back to the livery stable. I got your job. Oh, Charlie.
Any luck, Clay?
Like the earth opened up and swallowed him.
I got telegrams off. Every peace officer in the territory's on the lookout.
Thanks, Charlie. I lost him when I left that Bisbee Road.
Mr. Hart died.
I want a 20-minute posse ready to go at daylight.
Clay, I think you should know what they're saying around town.
What are they saying around town?
Well, that the boy tipped off Reno and Capper and acted as lookout.
No.
He was there. Right in front of the store. Dozens of people saw him.
Jet was with me at Brady's livery stable. I got him a job and then he disappeared.
Where'd he go?
Charlie, I don't know, but he wasn't gone long enough to...
I warned you.
You warned me what?
I'd have had my head examined. Let you talk me into hiring that boy.
What happened, Ed?
I'll tell you what happened. Jet Sergeant stole a gun and one of my best horses and lit out to join his friends.
A gun?
Had it by my cash drawer. What surprises me is he didn't take the money. Had over $100 in that drawer.
All right, Ed, I'm responsible for your hiring the kid. I'll make it up to you for the horse and the gun.
Everybody warned you, Hollister. Like father, like son.
All right.
Where you going, Clay?
You better be going to catch that young criminal.
I'm going to catch him before he becomes a criminal. There's still time.
June 20, 1885. Jet Sargent rode fast and hard to Canelo Canyon. Clay Hollister followed his trail with ease.
Nice looking gun. Let me have it. Belongs to Ed Brady, doesn't it? After you cock a single action piece, always put your thumb in front of the hammer and change hands. Now you press it firmly into your right hand. That's important because your grip determines your steadiness. Now all you got to worry about is the trigger squeeze. That's most important of all. You gotta squeeze them off nice and easy. Don't pull, you pull yourself right off the target.
You're being real helpful.
Main thing's practice. Takes time to learn to shoot good. But a boy's kind of like a gun. Go off half-cocked, you can't hit the side of a barn.
I won't go off half-cocked. I'm going to practice till I can shoot just as good as you, Mr. Hollister. And maybe better.
Well, like I said, that takes time. You're not going to have much in jail for stealing.
Well, I'm going to be just like my pa.
End up the same way?
He was doing all right.
Outside the law. Getting things without working for him. Just like you got this gun. Come on. I got work to do.
We found the horses, Clay, but Reno and Capper gave us a slip up in Skeleton Canyon.
Put him in the livery stable. Where's Charlie?
He's still out with the boys.
Good. I got some business to take care of before I can ride out.
Your Honor, I'd like to get this over with so I can get back to my business.
Just hold your horses, Mr. Brady.
Now, if we can get down to cases...
Sit down, Ed. I'm conducting this hearing.
Yes, sir.
Judge Sargent, you'll stand up and face the court. Very serious charge has been lodged against you. Mr. Brady claims you robbed him of a gun and a valuable horse.
Worth at least $200.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask Ed a couple questions, if I may, please.
Go ahead.
Ed, as I understand it, you claim to have lost a gun and a horse, right?
You know I did.
But I returned them both to you.
Got nothing to do with it.
Your Honor, can anything be lost if it's been returned?
What kind of talk is that?
Well, I'd like to think that the boy just borrowed your horse and gun to practice with.
You know better than that.
You really feel that?
The other day you said this wasn't my responsibility. Now it is.
What do you mean?
Well, I got him the job, and that puts it up to me.
Judge Sergeant, do you know what this man has done for you?
I know all right.
I hope you do. I'm going to suspend sentence and put you on probation. If the sheriff has confidence in you, I suppose I should too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just one other thing. Ed, are you still going to keep that gun around the barn?
Not where anybody can find it.
June 21, 1885. Jed Sargent rode again to Canelo Canyon. He was driven by a fierce determination. July 1, 1885. After repeated practice, the youth developed a shooting eye. July 3, 1885.
Roaming all day with that horse. Come on.
Jet? What do you want?
Reno's meeting me. We need horses.
Well, this is the sheriff's horse. He'll be coming for it soon.
Well, that's just about perfect.
What do you mean?
Well, me and Reno ain't exactly safe while that sheriff's still alive. He'd like to see us dangling at the end of a rope. Like to kill us. Like he done your pa. Reckon you don't hold it against him then. Him killing your pa.
You better go while you got the chance.
Or he might shoot us down like he done your pa. Or have you forgot about that?
Of course I haven't forgotten.
If it was me, I wouldn't never forget that. Till I paid him back. I'd want to see him dead, too, if he killed my pa.
How's Jet doing, Ed?
Oh. Well, I haven't missed anything.
Well, maybe he learned his lesson.
Drop it, Reno. Now come out reaching. Right there.
What's going on, Clay?
Keep this one here. His partner may be inside.
Sure.
Anybody been in here yet?
No.
I told you. I got nothing to say. Were you going to meet Capper after you stole the horses? Give up, lawman. I ain't squealing on a partner.
Beat it out of him, Hollister.
Why don't you go back to your livery stable, Ed?
Supposing Duke Capper shows up.
I hope he does. Charlie Riggs is on guard.
He's not after you, deputy. He's going to get you.
Maybe.
You better be careful, Hollister. As long as you're alive, he knows there's a noose waiting for him.
That's right.
Come on, boy, let's lock you up.
All you gotta do is act natural. Comes in for his horse, I let him have it. You're with me, aren't you, kid? I guess your pa didn't mean nothing to you. He was a fine man, I know. I rode with him. There wasn't any man I ever respected more. I guess he don't mean much to you, or you'd want to see his murderer killed off. Just like he killed your pa. I'm offering to do it for you, kid. All you gotta do is bring him close to me. I'll shoot him in the back.
Let me handle this. I'll do it myself.
You don't even have a gun.
I know what I'm doing.
Nobody's been around here, Clay.
Well, he's got to be around here someplace. Reno wouldn't have come in alone. Look, you go back to the office. I'm going to ride the town limits.
Right.
Hello, Jet. Got the horse ready?
You don't need your horse, Mr. Hollister.
Where'd you get the gun?
I found out where he hid it.
Give it to me.
Not this time.
You don't know what you're doing, kid.
Yes, I do.
I don't want to have to draw on you, kid.
This is my show.
Thanks, Jet.
You helped me.
Well, they convicted Reno, not that we're surprised.
He had it coming.
Well, you all duded up.
Yeah. Even shaved.
You going someplace?
Tucson on business.
Oh, you're gonna lock up the stable.
No need. Got an able hand.
Mr. Sergeant. How about taking care of my horse?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Ed. I'll walk you over to the depot.
Good.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone Territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory.
87. The Markham brothers, vicious by nature, fast with their guns, and true to the Western code of an eye for an eye.
Come on, wake up. We've got a long way to ride.
I'm getting some sleep.
All right. Why can't we hold up here?
We got to be in Tombstone tomorrow morning. We're going to be there when Mr. Frank Leslie steps off of that stage. I've been waiting a long time for this.
Well, we couldn't have gunned him when he was in the pen.
Not we, Hank. This'll be my pleasure. Well, why do we have to kill ourselves to get there?
We've been waiting 5 years. One more day ain't gonna hurt us.
Are you forgetting there'd be 5 of us instead of 4 if Leslie hadn't gunned down Steve?
I ain't forgetting nothing.
All right. And I'm not letting Mr. Leslie forget it either.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
October 10, 1887.
Morning, Harris.
Frank Leslie comes in on the afternoon stage today.
You want an orange?
Well, haven't you something to say about Leslie?
Guaranteed fresh from Sonora.
It isn't every afternoon we get a paroled gunman back in town.
Look, Harris. If Frank Leslie minds his own business and sticks to the terms of his parole, that's good enough for me.
Well, maybe he will. 5 years in Yuma can do something to a man.
We'll see.
He owes it to Doris Markham. If she hadn't pulled important wires, he'd be doing another 10 years.
Yeah, Doris Markham's sure one strong-minded woman.
She sure is. And trouble with Leslie would mean trouble with her. The Maison Dorée, one of Tombstone's more luxurious restaurants. Clay Hollister was a regular patron, but this visit was personal, urgent.
Morning, Miss Markham.
Oh, Sheriff.
Mind if I join you?
Please.
Oh, nothing for me, thank you. But I will be open for dinner. Your French cuisine's become a weekly must for the editor and me.
Thank you. I try to make the menu of the Maison Dorée a little different.
You've made it quite famous since your husband's death.
You want to talk about Frank, I suppose.
Just don't want any trouble.
You don't think we do? Now, look. All Frank wants is to be left alone. He told me the last time we talked.
A man behind bars will say a lot of things.
Well, Frank meant it. The only reason he's coming back to Tombstone is because of me. We're going to be married.
What's Frank going to do when he hears that old story about how he gunned down your husband?
5 years is a long time. People forget.
You're expecting an awful lot, Mrs. Markham. The whole territory knows that story.
Steve was no good. He had it coming. He forced it. I was there.
But the court found Frank guilty.
I know. I was the only witness. And a wife isn't allowed to testify against her husband.
Well, it's all in the past now.
All we want is to be left alone.
As far as I'm concerned, you will be. But I'll drop over this afternoon and have a talk with Frank anyway.
You don't have to worry about him.
That's good. Because you know the first sign of trouble and back he goes for another 10 years.
High noon saw Laredo and his brothers ride into Tombstone, a few hours before the stage from Tucson was due.
Hard case is all right.
No law says they can't ride through, though. See how they add up.
Right.
Barkeep says that stage will be in about 3 o'clock. Now, Slip, you go down and check on it. All right, deal him, Hank.
Cut.
You're a little bit jumpy, aren't you, kid?
You got no call to grab a man by surprise.
Looks to me like you're still sprouting.
I've sprouted enough to handle a gun.
Not in Tombstone.
Hold it. You wouldn't be aiming to shoot a man in the back, would you?
Now, we're not looking for any trouble with you, Sheriff.
Well, that's nice, because we don't want any trouble either. Since you seem to be talking for your boys, I'll give you a word of warning, though.
I'm listening.
Keep your guns holstered until you clear town.
And suppose our business calls for other plans.
Well, maybe you better change your plans, then.
Boy, I'd like to.
Slip. Now, take it easy, kid. We've got more important things to do. Now, you go on down and check that stage. Go on.
I don't like it, Laredo. That Johnny Law's no one to fool around with.
Look, we came here to do a job.
Be easier at night. Leslie never know what hit him.
Sandy, that's just it. I want him to know. I want him looking right down at the point of my gun. So no back shooting now, understand?
Sure, Laredo, sure.
Where are you going to nail him, Laredo? The stage station?
No. Now, where do you suppose would be the first place that he'd go, huh? The Maison. And we'll gun him right there in front of his lady friend. Steve would have liked that, Hank.
Yeah. Doris will be a little surprised meeting families you never saw before.
The stage from Tucson rolled in on time. The man who had been known as the fastest gun in the territory stepped off. Buckskin Frank Leslie.
Can I have a talk with Frank?
Later. There's a time and a place for everything.
We got her all nervous. She's pretty, too.
Keep your mind on what we're here for.
It's so wonderful to have you here. Mary, this is...
Come right in, Mr. Leslie. Step aside, Doris. What's the matter, Doris? Didn't Steve tell you about us? His brothers? They call me Laredo. This is Hank. Sandy. It's our little brother, Slip. Now you stand aside, Doris. My business is with Mr. Leslie.
Sorry I can't accommodate you, Laredo. I have no gun.
You can't talk your way out of this, Leslie. Now you pick it up. Go on. Let's see if you're really as fast as they say you are.
I won't do it, Laredo.
Don't tell me Yuma Prison's knocked the man out of you.
Hold it!
I warned you about trouble.
We haven't been any laws yet. But I'll finish this when he's man enough to carry a gun.
Frank. Anything starts, I'll finish it. Now, you got until sundown to clear town. All of you. Why don't you give that kid a chance to grow up?
Like I said, Sheriff, we got business.
Well, like I said, sundown.
We ain't gonna do what that sheriff says.
Not unless we finish our business first.
Yeah, well, y'all can have Leslie. All of you. I want that sheriff. He's been rodding me ever since we rode in.
Hollister's got a tough reputation, Slip.
Yeah. Well, it won't hurt none for me to be worded.
Gotta reply to your wire.
No, thank you.
Secret?
No. Just the Markham brothers have quite a reputation. None of it good. But no charges that could stick.
I'll be making the rounds. Clay, why don't you deputize his posse? That Sandy isn't a front shooter like the other three. You need a ring of men all around you.
There's I'm getting paid to do a job. Keeping peace is part of it.
Well, if they're still in town at sundown, would you call what's going to happen peace?
No, I guess not.
And, what about Leslie?
So for his sake, he doesn't pack a gun. Breaking his parole.
In his position, you think he'd go looking for trouble?
Oh, he doesn't have to look for it. It comes looking for him. Miss Markham, Frank, what do we owe you?
This one's on the house, Sheriff. And thank you for your help this afternoon.
Well, thank you.
Hollister, I don't need anyone to do my fighting for me. I'd like to be able to protect myself. And I can't see myself as a corpse. You've got to understand, we can't have any peace or life of our own until this is settled, one way or another. I've got to draw a hand.
But Frank, your parole, it might mean another 10 years.
Man's got a right to sit in his own game.
I'll talk to Laredo. I'll make him see Steve wasn't worth fighting about.
Look, honey, Yuma hasn't changed me that much. I'm not going to hide behind a woman's skirts. Or a sheriff's gun.
The evening of October 10, 1887. Sundown and showdown.
Everything's still quiet.
How about the Markhams?
Still making big talk at the palace.
I'll call.
Frank's on his way to the Crystal Palace. You've got to go down and stop it. I don't know.
you carrying a gun?
I want to talk to you, private.
There's only one kind of talk I'm aiming to do.
Over a brother that wasn't worth it? Get smart, the whole bunch of you.
We're wasting a lot of time, Leslie. Now, what do I have to do to make you draw? Catch you dealing from the bottom like my brother did?
You got the stories mixed, Laredo. Your brother was doing the cheating.
Got you again.
You're sure lucky it wasn't murder. You got 30 more minutes before dark. Won't be any talk after that.
What kind of a fool trick was that? You trying to get yourself killed?
You had my word about no guns. Just thought I might be able to reason with him.
Looks like we're gonna have to take care of Hollister first.
Now, you really don't think they'll ride
We'll
out?
know in 30 minutes. Even if they don't, it's not your job to see that they...
Oh, Frank, darling. I was so worried about you.
I'm all right, Doris. Nothing happened.
Oh, Sheriff. Thank you.
Why don't you two go on along, huh?
It's my fight. Just give me the word.
Not in Tombstone, Frank. Haven't you got wedding plans to discuss?
You get back to the restaurant.
Oh,
I'll be right along. Go ahead. What's wrong with my backing your play?
This is a job for the law. We'll take care of it. And I don't want civilians mixing in a shootout.
The odds are still 4-2, Sheriff.
They usually are.
The sun's setting fast.
Yeah.
There's one Markham less. Somebody at the corner.
How is it, Slim?
Clean through. I stopped worse.
He's gonna be all right.
What made young Markham go for him?
He just happened to be behind me. That bullet had my initials on it. How is the kid?
I sent for the coroner.
It's 3 against 1 now, Hollister.
Laredo. Slip's dead.
Slip? What happened?
That lawman.
Let's get him. And I don't care how, but let's get him.
No. He'll come to us now. Be better this way.
Killed little Slip. Dirty?
Sandy, now you get your rifle and get up on a roof somewhere. We'll take care of Leslie later.
I'll be all right. Thanks.
me, Sheriff. They want to be sent back to Yuma for killing another man.
Your deputies.
He's coming, Laredo, and he's not alone.
Harris, go on back. I need somebody to print the epitaphs. Watch yourself. There's just 2 of them on the street.
Feeling someone else has got their eyes on us.
Yeah. Right on our backs. What is it?
Your deputy just got Sandy.
Well, I told him to go get his shoulder patched up. How do you like the odds now, Laredo? It's 2 against 2. Here's your big chance, Laredo. To be famous or dead. All right, Laredo. Drop your gun.
All right. You come and get him.
Frank, come and talk.
Oh, boy, they give up hard.
How is it?
Well, it hit the bone. I guess I can walk on it. The thing that bothers me, Harris, that back shooter's the only one left alive.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone Territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory.
North of Tombstone, Arizona Territory.
Kind of a quiet town, isn't it?
Yeah. Everything's so still.
There's not a soul in sight. Harris, you try the barber shop. I'm gonna check the saloon.
Nobody in there either.
Still hot.
Clay.
I wonder where they all went. Why?
Apaches, maybe.
No.
But Chief Natazi and his marauders are on the loose again.
Yeah, but if Apaches had hit this town, you'd know about it.
Well, something sure scared the people off. Either there's been an actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
June 14, 1881. The sheriff of Tombstone and I swung through the small town of Osage on our way back from Fort Bowie to find it empty and deserted. Except for a mysterious sniper.
Looks like there's at least one citizen left in town.
Across the street, upstairs.
It's no use. They'll burn this place to the ground.
You just let them walk through that door. Come on, you murderers! We got no quarrel with you unless you force it. Did Hicks send you two on ahead? I'm the sheriff of Tombstone. The man with me is Harris Clyburn, the editor of the Epitaph. You prove you're a sheriff. Figure it might be a trick.
Hicks's raiders don't play no games like that.
Come in.
That why you shot at us? Thought we were raiders.
They're coming. They're coming to town today.
I thought that bunch operated only in Texas.
It's getting thin pickings for them there.
Hicks put together a ragtag group of soldiers after the Civil War.
They've been riding and raiding ever since. We got warning they were coming. Folks decided the best course was to evacuate.
Well, didn't they know the Apaches are out again?
Nothing else they could do. There's not enough gun hands in this town to stop those cutthroats and risk our women.
How come you two stayed behind?
Ned's sick. It's his heart. The doc said if we was to move him, he wouldn't make it.
Well, you're not sick.
Ned's my brother. The doc went with the rest of them.
Harris, I better go down to the telegraph office. See if I can get Doc Cunningham over here from Tombstone.
He'll have to hurry.
For the both of you. Oh, and listen. If Hicks and his men get in here before I get back, don't make a sound.
You mean put up no fight at all?
We wouldn't stand a chance against them the way things are. I want Hicks to find Osage deserted, a ghost town. Be no experience for him. Want to see what he does.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I hope so, too.
Clay Hollister discovered that the telegraph wires to Osage had been cut, cutting off the only connection with the outside world.
You desert rats.
Wonder where they all are.
Hiding in their holes.
How'd they know we was coming?
Who says they did? All right, boys, flush them out.
It's empty.
This time of day?
The way it looks, there's nobody in this whole town. It must have been tipped off.
Joe Parsons.
Said he was going home. Said he couldn't stand it no more. But he knew he was coming here.
Yeah, he knew. Joe Parsons. Maybe we'll meet up again.
So the whole town ran for it.
Bunch of cowards.
Well, Hicks, I guess you can't blame him.
That's enough, Sheldon. You're beginning to think like Parsons.
I'm thinking about the others we've lost. The ones that have been dying from hunger, from fever, and from gunshot wound. The ones that have been rotting to death, just plain rotting to death. Driven out of Texas to this.
Now look.
Hicks, I took all the money out of the bank. Vault's lying open, clean empty. Took all the purty gals, too.
What do we do now, Hicks?
Pick up their trail and go after them. They were scared enough to run. There won't be much fight left in them.
I'm going to find Hollister.
Get your hands up, Lawman. Where'd you come from?
Out of the woodwork?
Y'all never figured he'd leave a couple of us here, did you?
You're gonna find out.
Drop your guns!
Shot at the right man this time.
And didn't miss.
Well, what now?
We're gonna go catch Hicks.
Well, you figure the two of us can take what's left of that gang?
Well, he doesn't know there are just two of us. Besides, I'll figure out something when I get a look at the terrain.
Afternoon of June 14, 1881. In the windswept foothills of the Cabezas Mountains, Hicks's raiders had overtaken the fleeing townspeople and cut out the prizes they were after.
What are you stopping for?
There's a tug coming loose. Here, hold it.
Hicks, why are we going back to that town?
He's getting us the money he hid. Aren't you, Mr. Banker?
You let the women go, then?
That's a chance you'll have to take.
That takes care of it.
Clay Hollister thought we had lost the trail. It was windy, wild Indian country unknown to either of us.
Them all right. Yep. You said you'd decide what to do when you saw the terrain. How's it look to you?
Like do?
It better do. There's quite a few of them.
Well, maybe we can outthink them. Choosing the battlefield is quite an advantage in a fight.
Harris, run the horses up in those rocks.
You mean you want them in plain sight?
That's right. Listen. Every time you hear me shoot my gun, you let go with yours, right?
You're the general.
What's the matter?
I think I saw some horses up there moving.
Indians?
Might be. I hear say the chief Natazi and these renegades have been raiding.
He wouldn't want us. We're both in the same kind of business, except we work opposite sides of the street.
All you men! Throw down your guns! We got you covered on both sides!
It's a posse.
Telegraph wires are down. How would a posse know we were here?
How would the whole town of Osage know we were coming?
Looks like Joe Parsons double-crossing us good.
You gonna drop him, Hicks?
How many you figure are?
No, tell him.
You hear me, Hicks?
Everybody get in the wagon. We're going through that pass. That's an order. Get in the wagon. Get the women and the old man up front. If they start throwing anything at us, it'll get them first.
Wait a minute.
I'm not taking any more arguments from you, Shelton.
We're gonna fight like men, like soldiers, or we won't fight at all.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
Now listen to me. Is there anything left inside of any of us? We come from the South. We knew what we were fighting for, and we didn't ask the women to do our dying for us either.
I'm thinking of asking you to do some dying, Shelton.
Hold it, Hicks. That man's right. The rest of you know he is.
Hold it. I'll shoot the first one that tries to climb down from that wagon. Now, Shelton.
Hicks! right, I'm in charge now.
Ain't nobody aiming to oppose you.
All I can say is that we're not only outnumbered, but we're outmaneuvered no matter which way we turn. Anybody want to contradict that? The end's been coming for a long time, and there's only 4 of us left.
All right, toss your guns in the road.
You heard the man.
Harris!
Where's the rest of them?
Just 2 of us.
I don't know who you are, mister, but I don't cotton to a trick like that. Just remember, if I ever get the chance, I'm gonna kill you, right where you stand.
Well, I'll try to see that you don't get the chance. Harris, pick up the guns, will you?
What about our families?
Well, do you know where your people were headed?
We know where they're hiding.
You think you can find them?
I sure can, Sheriff.
Take one of those horses and go tell them it's safe to come on home.
I'm on my way.
Oh, and send a doctor on ahead.
A couple of men in Osage need him pretty bad.
Late afternoon, June 14, 1881. The gamble had paid off, but there was still a scent of battle in the air.
Apaches.
Chief Natazi, marauders.
Can we make it to Osage?
No, that's what they want us to do, is run. Pull a wagon in there. They can't get behind us.
We knew we were hopelessly outnumbered. Clay Hollister had made a dangerous decision.
Come on, hurry up. Now get behind the wagon, quick. Harris, untie them and give them their guns.
Yeah, guess we have to.
You think they'll attack?
Well, what do you think?
We haven't got a chance.
About the same chance Hicks used to give people.
Wouldn't be us they want. They're after the women.
Sheriff, give me my gun back. I'll try to keep my promise to kill you.
You won't have a chance. You'll be too busy shooting Indians. Besides, I'll be behind you.
I'll take care of you later.
Get back away.
Here they come.
They're pickup renegades from other tribes. Try for the chief. He's all that's holding them together.
Over?
No, ma'am. They'll be back. That's just the first skirmish to test us.
Oh, here they come again.
Jack!
You think, Harris?
We're nearly out of ammunition, Clay.
And they know it. Next time they'll ride right over us.
Well, what do? Die here with a purpose? Or die later?
The long day of June 14, 1881 was drawing to a close. It looked like it might be the last day for all of us.
Gotta get that chief. We get him and the rest of them will fold up and go. Well, gentlemen, let's go.
They're running for it.
No, I don't think so.
Won't they try again?
No, not Jose's dead.
Thanks to the last of Hicks's raiders.
And the last of the fighting Confederates.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone Territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry.
Neil Wheaton, one of Clay Hollister's new deputies. Wheaton liked guns. They were his weakness.
Get it fixed?
Nothing to it. I ain't been stuck. Man should look after the tools of his trade. Could save his life. Or get him killed.
You going to the funeral?
Them things depress me.
I think you ought to go.
You being there ought to be enough.
Ordinarily it would be, but this time is different.
What's so different about it, Clay?
You killed the man.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
January 17, 1882. Another man had been buried on Boot Hill, killed in the line of duty by Neil Wheaton.
Satisfied? With a new gun, you have to be careful. Got to be checked out.
They do that at the factory.
Well, they claim they do, but I heard of a fellow once, had him a new 6-gun. First time he went to fire it, barrel was clogged and blew up in his hand. Nothing like that's going to happen to me.
Oh, I don't imagine it will. I'm wanting to talk to you.
Got a suspicion he wasn't hanging around for nothing.
Look, I'll lay it right on the line. You go too fast for your gun.
I do my job.
Maybe you do it too well.
You're talking loco, Clay.
3 weeks ago, I hired you because I needed another deputy. I hoped you'd make the grade.
And
ever since then, you've been in one shooting scrape after another.
Wasn't any of it my doing. They all drew on me first.
It's a peace officer's job to hold down trouble, not bring it on.
Are you saying I'm fired, Clay?
Let's just call it a warning. You're first and last.
January 18, 1882.
The Oriental Saloon.
Let's go.
Look, nobody's gonna tell me when to leave.
I'll handle it. All right, mister. Fun's over. Put up your gun.
Keep out of this. This ain't none of your affair.
I don't want any trouble. If you're smart, you won't either. Do like I say. Come on. Holster your gun. We'll forget all about it.
All right. But tell your deputy over there to put away his.
Is he?
He's gonna be all right. There wasn't any reason for gunplay, Neil.
Anytime a man points a gun at me, you better use it. Real quick.
You know there wasn't any danger as well as I do.
Wood Hill's full of men who thought that way. I don't believe in being careless. Getting hungry, I'm gonna put on the feed bag if you've had your say.
Not quite. Give me your badge. You're not right for a lawman, Neil. Your gun hand moves too quick. By the time your thinking catches up, it's too late. But Neil, remember this. This town is full of quick guns. There's always somebody just a little bit faster than you are.
Not in Tombstone, there ain't.
Hello, Neil. I see you lost your badge.
Yeah, permanently. Sheriff thinks I'm too fast with my protection.
Have one on the house.
No, thanks. Makes a man careless. I like to be able to tell my friends from my enemies.
Got any plans as to what you're going to do now?
Mm-hmm. Thought maybe I'd come to work for you.
Doing what?
Thing I do best. Got a nice place here, Richie. Nicest in town. Could be better with protection.
And we've got Hollister and all the other deputies.
Sure you have, but they can't be everywhere at once. If you had your own gun on the premises, it could save you a lot of headaches.
Sounds like a good proposition. With your reputation, you might hold down trouble. I'll think it over.
Has to be now. The Crystal Palace has already made me an offer.
All right, Neil. But remember, your job is to hold down trouble. I don't want any customers shot.
Oh, of course not. You're a good businessman.
When you want to come to work?
Maybe you didn't know it. But I was on the job when I walked in.
Oh, Harris.
Hello, Clay.
Ready for some dinner?
Oh, I can't right now, Clay. Say, here, you fired Neil Wheaton.
Come on, that's yesterday's news. You ought to read the epitaph.
The most interesting item isn't in there. I didn't get the information till after we'd gone to press. Your ex-deputy has a new job. House gun at the Oriental.
I thought Richie had better sense than that.
I can see the future headlines now. Violence flares at the Oriental. Neil Wheaton, former deputy, was forced to shoot.
All right, all right. I know how it'll read.
Nothing to do about it, I suppose.
No. Just wait and hope. No dinner, huh?
January 25, 1882. Neil Wheaton had been on his new job a week. Evening, Hollister.
How's it going, Richie?
Quieter than a sleeping hound. Been that way ever since word got out about Neil.
He had to do anything to earn his pay yet?
Business is good. Trouble staying away from my door.
So far.
January 27, 1882. Friday night. The traditional night for the big ranchers to come to Tombstone.
It's too cool a night to be sweating, Richie.
It's been a bad night for my housemen.
Thought someone must be breathing hot on your pocketbook.
Hurricanes. Every time Matt McCord comes to town, he takes me for a bundle. He's already clipped the house for $9,000. Oh, he wants more money. I better get it out of the safe.
You want me to hex McCord?
Yeah, you do that. Be worth a lot to me, an awful lot.
I'll raise 200.
Keep your hands above the table, McCord.
You calling me a cheat?
I'm not calling you anything, just a warning.
Let's play cards.
I pass.
I call. 3 ladies. Beats 3 jacks.
That's all, gentlemen. This game's called for tonight.
Something new, Adam Wheaton?
Just decided to put it into effect. Do you mind?
Suits me. I can find plenty of places to gamble.
Not if you win the way you did here.
I'm not looking for a fight, Wheaton, but I'm not backing down from one either.
Then we understand each other.
I don't think I know what you mean. Leave it. Now look!
Just leave your winnings on the table. These men ought to have their money back, and so should the house. McCord won too much and too often, to be honest. If he hadn't been a cheat, he wouldn't have drawn.
Have you gone completely loco? Why'd you want to do a thing like that?
You wanted the game broken up. It was your idea.
Didn't say anything about gunning, McCord.
You said to hex him.
You were fired, Neil, as of right now.
You said it'd be worth a lot to you. You owe me $500 and a raise in salary, and I'm sure you're a man who pays his honest debts.
That's blackmail.
Let's say it's good business, huh? Water. Hello, Clay. Glad you got here. I just had to shoot Matt McCord in self-defense.
January 27, 1882. Later that evening, Clay Hollister investigated the killing of popular rancher Matt McCord.
What's your version?
Well, after Neil accused him, Matt reached for his gun and
I defended myself.
You keep out of this.
What are you getting all worked up over, Clay? It ain't as if I gunned him down without a chance.
McCord wasn't any hand with a gun.
Man wants to act like a fool. Ain't my lookout.
From what I hear, you didn't give him any choice. Did you see it?
I don't know about the cheating part, but I heard McCord went for his gun first. Sorry this happened, Hollister. Hiring Neil seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, I can't blame you much. I made the same mistake myself. Thing to do is what I did. Fire him.
Well, maybe it won't happen again. I'll give him one more chance.
Sure it'll happen again. Another legal murder for Neil Wheaton.
He's got you real scared, hasn't he, Richie?
Of course he hasn't. If I want to get rid of Neil, I'd do it. Now let's have one on the house and forget all about it.
No, thanks. I had enough for tonight and from now on.
Better luck next time, Clay.
You got a bad case of gun fever, Neil. Only cure I know for it's a bullet.
Want to try me?
Only if I have to. Like I said before, it's a peace officer's job to keep down trouble, not bring it on.
Just as you say. Anytime you're ready, say the word. Now that we've settled that, have a seat. We'll play some showdown.
You got more important things to do.
Such as?
There's a nice straight road out of town. Use it.
The only way I'm leaving is feet first.
If that's the way you want it, that's the way it'll be.
Go ahead, I'll give you the jump.
No, I don't want to kill you. Just do like I say.
You're fast, but not that fast. What are you waiting for? Go on.
Won't ask you again. Next time I'll...
There won't be any next time, and you know it.
Some said Clay Hollister had walked away rather than face Neil Wheaton's gun. In Tombstone, that wasn't the popular thing to do. Hello, Clay.
Yes?
You know George Pickett and Walter Henry.
Take a seat.
This isn't a social call, Hollister.
Matt McCord was a friend of ours. We want to know what you're going to do about his killing.
I've already served notice on Neil to leave town.
Doesn't seem to have registered too strong. He's still around.
Still working for Reggie, too.
We don't want to pressure you, Hollister. But if you don't do something about Wheaton, we will.
Like what, for instance?
Matt McCord had a lot of friends in this part of the country. They're mighty stirred up.
I see. Anything else?
Guess that's about all we have to say.
We mean it.
As you can see, people are stirred up.
Yeah, well, it's a funny thing about people. They love to see a fight, but they're so sad when somebody gets killed.
Well, that's human nature. You got a reputation to uphold, Clay. If you don't act soon, you might have to leave town yourself. I wouldn't like to see that.
Well, what do you want me to do? Pick a fight and force a shootout? Well, I'm a peace officer, not a hired gun. I didn't mean to shout at you.
If it helps, go ahead.
Well, it helps, but it doesn't change the situation. I think I'll take a walk.
Any place in particular?
Have a talk with Neil. Where is he, Richie?
If you mean Neil, he took the day off.
Where did he go?
If he never comes back, I won't miss him.
Why haven't you fired him yet?
I can't.
You mean you're afraid to?
What difference does it make? He's got his hands around my throat and I can't pry him loose.
Maybe I can do it for you.
Neil's got you buffaloed, too. Otherwise, you'd have taken care of him
All
by
right,
now.
Richie. Just what is it between the two of you?
Neil's blackmailing me for the McCord killing. Says I told him to do it and I'd pay for the service.
Well, you should have told me that before.
I know it. I didn't think it'd do any good.
You thought wrong.
Just a minute. Get me out of this, Hollister, and it's worth $1,000 to you.
You never learn, do you, Richie?
What do you mean?
You can't buy everything. This is my job.
That's what people have been saying.
You tell Neil that I'm looking for him.
Storm coming up?
Yeah.
The afternoon of January 29. It was to be a day of decision.
Mr. Wallace?
Harris? Care for some?
No, thank you.
Helps me to get through a long afternoon.
Have you seen Neil?
Earlier? One thing I don't understand, Clay. How come you haven't clamped down on him?
Well, I'm tired of settling every argument with a gun.
We're living in a lawless time, Clay. Sometimes, unfortunately, it takes violence to stop violence. You're the only law we have here. People expect you to meet the issue head on.
Meet it head on. Well, what does that mean? Shoot it out with Neil? Well, there's got to be another way because legally Neil hasn't broken the law yet. Sometimes it feels like the only answer to every problem in Tombstone's a bullet. I was hoping it'd be different. I was hoping...
Talk to me, Clay.
I do.
I've been hoping you'd make this mistake.
I'm waiting.
It's my pleasure.
Careful. There might be mud in that barrel. Could be clogged, blow up. Like with the fella you were telling me about. What's the matter, boy? Don't you like the odds? Well, they didn't favor McCord either, but he took the chance. You say you've been waiting for this. Go ahead.
I want to check my gun.
That'd be a mistake. You make one move for your gun, I go for mine.
You're pushing me to an unfair fight.
I'm pushing you to leave Tombstone, boy.
I said the only way I'd leave was feet first.
That's what you said.
Chances are there isn't any mud in the barrel.
And the chances are it won't blow up in your hand. Now go for your gun or move out. Works. Want to use it? You're a lucky man, Neil. I'm giving you a chance to live. Take it. Out of town.
Thought this might interest you. Editor of the El Paso paper sent it to me.
Oh? Neil Wheaton killed by Madden Roberts. Another victim was added to Madden Roberts' growing list when today he shot and killed. Kind of thought Neil would be headed back this way sometime. I guess now he won't be. Always somebody just a little bit faster.
Fella here says he'd like a crack at that deputy's job we got open, Clay. Wants to be a lawman.
Well, I'll be glad to.
We got business. Need some help?
No, we can handle it.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone Territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory.
Oh, good morning, sir. I'll be with you in just a minute.
Muchas gracias, senor. But I am in no hurry.
I certainly wish a few more of our customers would be as patient.
Oh, that is right. It is so easy to make a mistake.
Absolutely. I have a great responsibility here.
Oh, I know.
Trail-weary, Clay Hollister returned to Tombstone after delivering a deserter to Fort Huachuca. Heavily armed men from Mexico watched the sheriff pass.
I am still in no hurry, senor. But do not take too long to fill the bag, por favor.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
August 2, 1882. Unsuspectingly, Sheriff Clay Hollister had ridden past while the notorious Augustine Ramirez was robbing the Bank of Tombstone. Clay Hollister organized a posse to trail the bandits. Jim and I jailed Ramirez and 2 of his men.
It was foolish of the sheriff to go after Sancho and the others. Long rides are so tiring.
Maybe your next ride won't be so long, Ramirez.
Oh, you mean? Está bien, it is fate.
All right, in here.
You're looking at me, senor. Tell me, what do you see?
Nothing.
I'll send for the doc.
All right. The night of August 2, 1882.
No luck.
They use the old patchy quail dodge. Just scattered into nothing. More likely into Mexico. You know, you can't follow them there.
You think we got any help on the way? Everybody's scared off.
Ornery Ramirez bought off. Charmed off.
Well, that won't help him now. Jonas is dead. Ramirez will hang.
No jail had ever held Augustine Ramirez. A hacksaw blade sewed in the seam of his jacket was his key to freedom. The morning of August 3, Ramirez had escaped, leaving his 2 henchmen. But Clay Hollister had an idea.
Hola. No comprendo americano.
Is that right? Well, you habla español, amigo. All right, senor.
It's obvious we're never going to get Ramirez's hideout out of him.
Wasn't intending to. But I wonder what that other fella in there is thinking about now.
Hey, that might work.
We'll let him sweat it out a few more minutes.
Well, listen, Clay, even if it does work, what good will it do? You can't go after Ramirez into Mexico. It's against the law.
Oh, I'm not going to break the law, Harris. Maybe bend it a little bit.
And even if you did, you couldn't get within 50 miles of Ramirez's hideout without being recognized.
Now, how do you take care of that?
That old Apache?
Mm-hmm.
What can he do?
Well, if this works, you'll see.
Get up.
I'm going to take you back inside there now. If you open your mouth just one time, I'll close it for you permanently. Can't have his buddy thinking he didn't resist a little bit.
Sorry I had to force you to talk. I'll see to it the judge hears you help me.
Your turn, friend. Now, if this one's half as helpful as the last.
Yo no hablo inglés.
Like I told your friend, I speak Spanish, so make it easy on yourself.
I know nothing.
Well, I know plenty. Once your friend got started talking, he couldn't stop. I know where Ramirez is hiding, but I don't know how to get there. You take me there. Maybe the judge will go easy on you.
Senor, I take you to Lugar de Perdido and we both would end up feeding the coyotes.
Lugar de Perdido?
Si.
That's it.
Jim.
Lock him up.
Vamos.
I got a date with an old Apache friend, Clay.
Lugar de Perdido?
Place of the lost. That could cost you your life, senor.
You don't frighten me. I've been threatened by your kind before. Now get out of here.
Well, if I can fool you, I can certainly fool Ramirez.
Oh, Clay, you darn fool, you.
Well, how do you like it?
Well, I must say it's pretty good. What'd you use?
Well, berry juice, a horse's tail, and one of the bandidos is going to be a little bit cold tonight.
Horses. Clay is still not a wise thing to do. You don't even know where this Lugar de Perdido is.
Now, look, Harris. If your name was Ramirez, and you were raiding border towns, and you knew the second you got across the border you'd be safe from territorial law, you'd have your hideout close to the border, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. I still don't like it.
But you will help me.
I think you need help.
Now, look, sit down. What I need is this, a special printing job.
August 6, 1882. In Old Mexico, Clay Hollister rode the border trails of the Guadalupe Mountains. The afternoon of the third day, Lugar de Perdido, the place of the lost. In his disguise as a Mexican, Clay Hollister faced the wily Augustine Ramirez.
So you've come to pay us a visit, amigo, huh? This poster says you are called amigo. And this poster also says you're a very dangerous man. Tell me, amigo, are you a dangerous man? Does he look dangerous to you, Sancho?
See, mi jefe, he does.
You are so serious, my little one. So suspicious. Come. Ever since you have crossed the border into Mexico, you have been looking for lugar de perdido. Why?
How you know this?
This is my country. It is my business to know.
I have heard that a man can find safety in lugar de perdido.
You mean a man such as you and I?
Who are you?
Sancho.
I ask you who you are.
Come. What will you drink?
Nothing. But I am hungry.
Sancho, bring some food for a hungry man. Tell me, amigo.
See?
You were joking. You know who I am.
No.
I am Augustine Ramirez.
No?
You honest do not know who I am?
No.
It's all right. I will not shoot you.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Sit down, sit down. Sancho, the horses Miguel stole from Rancho Cortina, he still have them?
See, mi jefe, he does.
Tonight, I think we take them away from him. When I want something, I take it. When I do not want something, maybe I take it anyway. You want to come with us?
It seemed to me kind of foolish to risk your neck for just a couple of horses.
You are right. It might be dangerous.
Oh, but not for you. You will have a dozen men out in front of you doing the fighting.
No, just you, Sancho, and myself.
All right. I'll come along and protect you.
10 o'clock tonight, then, huh?
Well, I'm tired. I must have a place to sleep.
Down the hall. The last room belongs to me. Por favor.
Gracias. Here. Buy yourself a drink with the change.
Well, we'll kill him. He's making fun with you.
No. We are making fun with each other.
And you're making me his serviente. To wait on him, to bring him food.
Now you are talking like a niño.
I say he's dangerous.
Oh. The Americanos offer a reward. $500 for him. For me, $2,000.
That is not what I meant.
I know. I know what you mean.
The sheriff of Tombstone rode with Ramirez, a bandit raid on another bandit.
Sanchito, you stay here. Muchas gracias, amigo.
Por nada. You're destined for something better.
Forget the horses.
Are you hit, amigo? Forget the horses.
In the shooting, Clay Hollister was hit in the upper arm. They were forced to ride back empty-handed.
Oh.
Sancho. See what keeps amigo.
Clay Hollister's wound was a complication he couldn't afford. Getting Ramirez back across the border where he could arrest him became a race against time.
Gonzalez.
Why did you come back here?
Mi jefe, he wanna see you. And I warn you, leave lugar. Maybe another time you're not so lucky.
I had a feeling it was you.
It was.
Next time, do not miss, because I will not.
That is a promise, senor.
Send for me.
See, to join the fiesta.
Fiesta for what?
For you. You have saved my life. How is the shoulder?
Bien, hermano.
Maybe you would like to have Lupe take care of it better, huh?
Le duele mucho.
Está bien. I want to talk to you. Hello.
Oh, you sound like serious business.
It could be profitable business.
I like that kind of business.
You stay. How would you like to make $2,000 or $3,000 in gold with no shooting?
In gold?
In gold.
How?
The American colonel at Fort Huachuca has a son.
And he loves him very much.
And almost every day the son goes riding.
With many soldiers guarding him.
Alone.
How do you know this?
It is our business to know these things. You know about horses to steal. I know about people to steal.
You are one interesting amigo.
We could take a note to the colonel and be back with his son in 2 days.
I like your business plan for stealing people.
The morning of August 8, 1882.
Sancho's horse is not there.
We were not planning on taking him with us anyway.
I know, but this is the first time I ride without him.
Come on, you don't need him.
The afternoon of August 8, 1 mile south of the Mexican border.
I think we rest here a while. ¿Qué pasó?
Brazo de un bandido.
No es mexicano. Es un gringo.
Sancho, mi muchacho. Sanchito.
North of the border, Amigo was once again Sheriff Clay Hollister.
You're under arrest, Ramirez.
You killed Sanchito.
I don't want to have to kill you, too.
Amigo Sheriff, we settle nothing this way. If you want to arrest me, you are going to have to shoot me. Are you going to shoot me from behind the tree? This is for Sanchito. Go ahead, gringo, shoot.
Now, like I said, you're destined for something better.
Augustine Ramirez was destined for something better. Tried and convicted, he was hanged on August 15, 1882.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone Territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone Territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone.
আচ্ছা আপনি ওই দিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লগে এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেন?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি, আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নেই।
কেন? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না, করবো না কেন?
বেহায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা, তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করব না।
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করছো, তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেন?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো।
জি জি জি, আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ, কি কইতাছেন? আমি আপনার আম্মার কেন শাদি করব? তো আপনারা শাদি করুন, আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করছেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন।
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো, আমি একদমই ভয় পাই না। আগের বার মাইনে নিছি, খেলা ছিল দেখা, এটা খেলা না, এটা আমার জীবন। আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না।
আমি হাঁচা হাঁচা কইতেছি, আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে পায়ে গলায় মুখে সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো, ইংরেজি বাংলা ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো, আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না।
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতেছি, আপনার আর বেশি সময় দিব না, শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম। এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন, নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম, আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না।
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো, বুঝে নাই শান্তিতে, আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে। দেন কি হয়েছে?
আরে শুনোস না, ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে। লেট দিয়ে হাত কাটছে, এখন কি হইব মামা?
ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা?
কস হাত কেন? ওই মেয়ের লগে তোর কোনো কথা হয়েছিল? কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়ায় ছিল, আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে।
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে? হ্যাঁ
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি। এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না। আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি?
আরে না বাবার কি আছে, বুঝোস না মেয়েটা তো ডেঞ্জারাস। এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা, আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে।
কেন আমি কি করছি? ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? ওই বেটা আইনার মারপেট জানো, জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস্তে জানবি কেমনে? তা না আমি গেছি ফোন যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক না কে, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তোর খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ। কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম ও তো বাইচা আছে।
কোন হসপিটাল আছে কো, আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি। হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে। হসপিটাল থাকলে এতক্ষণ তুমি চৈতশিকার ভিত্তি থাকলা, বুঝো নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো। আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো। তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে ভালো, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করাতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না, ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম যে লাইলি ছবি তুইলা ওরা পাঠাই দে। ওই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুলে পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না। তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলে তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করবো না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি তো বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন। হ্যাঁ সাদে কি আপনার মানুষের হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। কারণ ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্যিরা বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করবো না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করবো না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো না।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না। হয় তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই, আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো ওই কান্দা বুক চাপলাইব, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতেছি।
Rồi gọi thì xin đấm đầu đấy. Chết mày. 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 Ô. Ui. Chịu. Một chết không chết. Nhưng mà con quái tí giết con chít. Quái giết con chít xong là nó chết luôn. Quái chít chảy đau đấy. Chôn tao. Bài thằng này cũng khỏe à. Thằng 229 chưa chết à? Sao rồi? Gặp cái thằng mạnh nhất rồi. Sao? Xong. Đây đi. Đâu có gì nhất rồi. Thôi bài full rồi nhà xét cơ, đâu có xét. Thảo xét. Tí ăn thằng này à? Cái quả thì mình sẽ xếp bài lệch sang một chút thì sẽ được. Sẽ xét lui sang góc. không vậy. 700 củ anh sẽ revert phát nữa. Là còn thiếu 6 củ để revert lên 660 à. Anh không có revert lên 10 400 vòng rồi này. Ông vượt qua kỷ lục 430 quay không? 430 lap nhỉ. 119 20 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 kỷ lục mới. Đi record. Rồi 233 kỷ lục mới, qua kỷ lục mới tận 3 lap. Ê, thua lại. Phải không? Ê, không thua. Không thua. Mày rồi ăn tao. Rồi có top 4 rồi. Có top 4 rồi. Mình sẽ không lại phải là cái thằng hậu cái D nữa. Mình cần cái gì rồi? Xẻng rồi cái này ra định mệnh. Được. Ai à, ổn thế nhờ. Một cái gì đây, một cái nỏ xét à, một cái nỏ xét rồi. Hay là một đơn luôn thằng đéo cho thế. Mình đã trả thưởng 1 đô. Xét cây đam phép à. Cái thằng này à, thằng này sẽ phải lưu xuống đấy đi. Xong để xua thầy cái lô bên kia xếp bài láo hả, phải bay nhanh như ngựa ấy, thầy xếp bài láo thì nó mới phù hợp. Ok, sự là phù hợp ấy, sự là phù hợp ấy. Không được, không phù hợp rồi. Sắp đi rồi, sao đứng đây chết nhở? Ê thằng khỏe đấy, đừng quăng át nữa, làm ơn. Thua rồi. Trừ mấy? Trừ 9 à? Trừ 9, binh top 3. Thằng kia bài ấy mạnh phết. Bài đéo gì táng tim. Khỏe. Không biết là khỏe. Chia anh mày đi. Cả tờ nhà anh nữa. 134 ạ. Tớ biết lên cho nhiều phết. 135, 36, 160, 36 chuẩn. Léo ấy. Mày tích lẻ. Sắp 1 tiếng rồi. Hàng kia khởi động một mới à? Chân không? Đấu trường chân ái. Nghĩa sự kiện 100 lap vào. Tôi vượt qua kỷ lục chúng ta. Sẽ cần phải qua kỷ lục ấy 600 triệu coin thì đi vớt tiếp. Đéo bật auto revert được, đéo này cũng tiền. Bay chọn ông thầy ơi. Uống nước này 200 lap. Chọn chưa? Ok, không nhận gì được. Thì ai?
ইসরায়েলি আগ্রাসন বহু মায়ের বুক খালি করেছে, রেহাই পায়নি সদ্যজাত শিশুও। চলমান সহিংসতায় প্রায় অর্ধশত শিশুর ঠিকানা হয়েছে কবর। হাসপাতালগুলোর দৃশ্য আরো মর্মান্তিক। মৃত্যুর মিছিল দীর্ঘ হতে থাকায় স্বজনহারাদের আহাজারিতে ভারী হয়ে উঠেছে বাতাস। আর আহতদের মধ্যে মৃত্যুর সঙ্গে লড়াই করছেন যারা, তাদের আর
কি বেরহম, নির্লজ্জ, বেহায়া জালেমগুলো হাসপাতাল পর্যন্ত রেহাই দিচ্ছে না।
কিছুই করার নাই গো কাকা।
কিচ্ছু করার নাই?
কি আর করার থাকবো কন? দুর্বলের মায়ের খাওয়াটাই নিয়তি। দুর্বলের পাশে কেউ থাকে না গো কাকা।
হ্যাঁ ফজলে মিয়া, ভালোই বলছো তুমি। দেখো না সারা বিশ্ব কেমন একদম চুপচাপ নিশ্চুপ হয়ে আছে।
সবই সার্থক কাকা, যে যার ধান্দায় আছে।
9, 10, 11, 12, মোট 12টা আছে না?
বিকালের মধ্যে পাবো তো?
সন্ধ্যার দিকে আসেন,
লেট করেন না কিন্তু।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, লেট হইব না।
নতুন নাকি?
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
হ্যাঁ নতুন, কয়দিন ধরে আসছে। নাও সন্ধ্যার মধ্যে ভালো করে করে রাখো।
তাড়াতাড়ি আসো, বইসা আছে তোমার জন্য।
আইতেছি। কি রে বাপ, খিদা লাগলে খায়া ফেলবি, আমার লাগে বয়া থাকবি না।
কত কথা শুনে। দেখ তোমার প্লেটটা দাও।
শেষ। আরে ডিম ভাজি রে। তুমি নিলে না?
আমি পরে খাবো।
পরে আর কি খাবা?
আমি সবজি দিয়ে খাবো না, আমি ডিম দিয়ে খাবো।
কেন বাপ, সবজি খাবি না কেন? সবজি না খাইলে বড় হবি না, বুদ্ধি হইব না।
হ্যাঁ কর, মুখ খুলে না, দেখছো? আর স্কুলে ভর্তি করাই দেওয়া দরকার না?
হ্যাঁ, দেওয়া তো দরকার। তো মাত্র ঢাকা শহরে এলাম, স্কুলে ভর্তি করালে তো একটু টাকা পয়সা খরচ হবো, টাকা পয়সা জোগাড় যন্ত্র করতে হবে না?
সামনে একটা স্কুল আছে, আমি গেছিলাম, আমার মনে হলো যে ওখানে খুব একটা খরচপাতি লাগবো না, ভর্তি করাই দিই। ওরে
ঠিকঠাক মতো খোঁজ নিছো? মানে ভালোইব?
ভালোই তো মনে হইল।
দেখো, তুমি যেটা ভালো মনে করো।
সারাদিন তো টোটো করে ঘুরে বেড়ায়, কই কই যায়, কাগো লগে মিশে, কিছুই তো জানি না, আর এখানে তো কারো চিনিও না।
কি রে ভাব, ঢাকা শহরে এসেই দেখি বন্ধু পাতায় ফেলছিস, তা একটু পড়াশোনা করতে হইব না? হ্যাঁ, করতে হইব তো। এই যে তোর পুরান স্কুলের যে বইগুলো আছে, ওইগুলো নিয়েও তো একটু বসতে পারস না?
জিগাও তো পড়ে কিনা?
আমি পড়ি তো।
আবার মিথ্যে কথা খাবার তুমি।
থাক, তুই এখন খা, আজকে আমি তোরে নিয়ে পড়তে পাবো, ঠিক আছে?
হা কর, মুখটা খুলে না, হা কর। বাহ, পানি নিয়ে আসতে।
এটা হইতেছে কাজের আনন্দ, নবকৃষ্ণ ভট্টাচার্য। মৌমাছি মৌমাছি কোথায় যাও নাচি নাচি, দাঁড়াও না একবার ভাই। কি রে, এখনই ঘুমাস কেন? একটু পর। ওই ফুল ফোটে বনে, যায় মধু আহরণে, দাঁড়াবার সময় তো নাই। এত হাই তুলতেছিস কেন?
বাকিটা কালকে পড়ি।
কালকে পড়বি?
পড়তে বলেই ঘুমাহে না?
আমি অনেক পড়ছি।
আবার
কই দে, পেন্সিল দে, আমি তোর এই শব্দার্থগুলো লিখে দেই, এগুলা মুখস্থ করবি।
তুমি দোকানে যাইবা না?
যাবো তো, আর একটু এগুলা দেখা দিয়ে যাই, এগুলা তোর বাসার কাজ, ঠিক আছে? এগুলো মুখস্থ করবি। যে আহরণ মানে হইতেছে সংগ্রহ করা। আহরণ মানে কি?
সংগ্রহ করা।
সংগ্রহ করা। তারপরে হইছে
Tao mũi à? What the hell? Chuồn ra. Cụ thể. Có lẽ nào em vội quên đi, và có lẽ nào 500 củ ấy. 614 củ à? Thế mình kiếm 100 củ nữa sự là có nổi không? Ôi à, không rồi, anh đã ấn vội rồi. Có lẽ 62 triệu rồi. 62 triệu rồi. Cũng một lần quay được gần 100 củ ấy. 100 củ không? Mình quay được 400 lap à? Được. 400 lap phải được 100 củ. Lớp của bố nào? Vương miện định mệnh. Rồi xong, biết đánh mày gì rồi? Đánh mày gì rồi? Biết đánh mày gì rồi? Tôi nhặt bài đó. Có lẽ nào em vội quên đi, và có lẽ nào quên đi, có lẽ nào em trong tâm trí em. Ôi dạ, cho cái này à? Làm rồi nè, xong, đi. Của tôi yêu Aria. Bán này. Mèo 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 mèo. đẹp. 598 củ chưa đủ, chưa phải là tất cả. Mấy thằng ấy ra quát lipet ở cái map 2 này xử có đéo đi. Trốn. Cái pet này yếu như lợn. Anh khinh. Khinh. Yes, khinh. Beat ITCS. Big. Big. Ai à, Torres. Xì. Đây là sao Torres? Xì. Ra Torres rồi xì. Xì guys. Xì. Good. Xì ra Torres à? Chưa. Ok. Lần nào cũng phải lắp cái nanh gasol. Big IC Basic Gear. Ủa Xuân bố Hiếu béo đang playing Space War. Cái gì vậy? Ui rồi nháy phát 2 lần. Chuẩn không vậy chóm. Chuẩn đét cho thôi. Chuẩn và đét.
চোখ বন্ধ করলে তুমি যে কি করবে আমি জানি না।
কি বলো? কি করব?
জানি আমি।
বন্ধ করো না, চোখ বন্ধ করো।
সত্যি কিছু করবে না তো?
100%।
ঠিক আছে করলাম।
Will you marry me?
মোবাইল? নতুন মোবাইল? আল্লাহ করছো কি তুমি? থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
কে?
স্যার কুরিয়ার।
দাঁড়াও। ওরা তো বাসায় কেউ নেই, তুমি টেবিলের উপর রেখে দিয়ে যেতে পারবে?
জি স্যার, অবশ্যই স্যার। স্যার রিসিট স্যার, সই লাগবে স্যার একটা।
কলম দাও। কলম।
স্যার বাইক থেকে নামার পরে স্যার কলমটা খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না স্যার। স্যার একটা কলম হবে?
দাঁড়াও।
জি। যেহেতু আমার লোন দেওয়ার মতো লোকের অভাব, তাই আমি প্রথম পদ্ধতিটাই বেছে নিলাম। নিজের জন্য নয়, এই জীবনে প্রথম আমি চুরি করলাম। যে আমার মন চুরি করেছে তার জন্য, মালার জন্য।
ঠিকানাটা কি আছে ওখানে?
জি স্যার।
ঠিকানা
স্যার আলেকজান্দ্রিয়া, ইজিপ্ট, মিশর থেকে আসছে স্যার।
ও মিশর। মিশর তো দারুণ একটা জায়গা, বিশেষ করে অ্যান্টিক্সের জন্য। আমি যতবার গেছি মিশরে, ততবারই আমি কিছু না কিছু নিয়ে এসেছি সেখান থেকে।
আজকে আসি স্যার।
হ্যাঁ
আজকে আসি স্যার, একটা ডেলিভারি আছে তো।
ও আচ্ছা
আচ্ছা,
এসো।
স্যার। অন্ধপুরের ঘড়ি বিক্রির টাকায় মালার জন্য একটা ভালো মোবাইল কিনে ফেললাম। ফলে বাকি চুরির জিনিসপত্র নিয়ে আমি মোটেও ভাবিত ছিলাম না। মালা,
আজকেও দেরি করে আসছো, প্রত্যেক দিন তুমি দেরি করো, কি সমস্যা তোমার?
তুমি না বলো যে আমার মধ্যে একটা নায়ক নায়ক ভাব? দেখো না সিনেমায় নায়ক দেরি করে ফেলে, নায়িকা অপেক্ষা করে থাকে। আচ্ছা সরি 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 সরি। মন খারাপ করো কেন? তোমার জন্য একটা জিনিস আনছি, বলো কি আনছি?
কি জিনিস দাও? কি আনছো দাও না।
না না না, তুমি একটু চিন্তা করে দেখো কি আনছি।
এত চিন্তা করতে পারবো না তো। দাও।
বলো, মাথাটা একটু খাটাও।
আরে কি ঘোড়া ডিম নিয়ে আসছো, দাও না দাও।
আচ্ছা তাহলে চোখ বন্ধ করো।
চোখ বন্ধ করলে তুমি যে কি করবে আমি জানি না।
কি বলো, কি করবো?
জানি জানি আমি।
বন্ধ করো না, চোখ বন্ধ করো।
সত্যি কিছু করবে না তো?
100%।
ঠিক আছে, করলাম।
Will you marry me?
মোবাইল, নতুন মোবাইল, আল্লাহ করছো কি তুমি? থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। আমার একটা ফোন কি দরকার ছিল জান, তুমি এটা কি করছো? দাও দাও দাও।
ভালো হয়েছে না? ভালো হয়েছে না? দেখো, বলছিলাম না তোমার, কথা দিছিলাম না, ছবি তুলে দেখো।
হ্যাঁ ছবি তো তুলবই, দাঁড়াও। নতুন মোবাইলের প্রথম ছবি তোমার সাথে। আসো।
Này, sao thế nhỉ? Sao thế ít ít nhỉ? Nổ boom. Chọn đâu mày? Chọn đâu? Không có rồi. Rồi, cút. Xong, cút. Meo 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 meo. Cái gì đấy? Lò đắc bù bù làm mau vậy? Chuẩn không vậy. Thầy lái nha, thầy lái tốc độ cao xem con lái không? Từ từ. Mày ai á, xít được. So ride a cat in high speed đấy. Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Ai á? Không được. Sợ tốc độ cao. Tốc độ cao đét mà. Rồi một lần, hai lần, lần thứ hai 300 lap à, 400 lap. Chuẩn không thầy? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Ui ui, tốc độ cao đấy. 378 lap cho 400. Này à, bắt đầu thua. Thua, bài khỏe đấy. 2299 á. Mày đấu sĩ á. Mình lắp vào mày đừng méo ăn uống đầy đủ nhỉ. Thằng này được ăn uống đầy đủ. 299 là phải không? Không. Tôi đâu chuyển bàn đấu. Đúng đi em.
Đúng.
Ô, phải chấm. Này em full rồi.
Chuẩn bị ăn đi sang xuống dưới.
Không biết. Ok thầy ơi, mày sẽ ride a cat. Lâu rồi, 15 phút. Well played bro. Mày lái luôn đấy, lái bình vua lái racing boy. Nhốt luôn, chết không? Ngồi đi. Đéo đi à? Vào nó kèm rất sư linh. Đéo đủ mana để chết. cũng là khỏe rồi là đánh bài gì với cả Nautilus 2
আজকে যদি আব্বু আম্মু যদি আমারে যদি বলতো যে সাকিব তুই বিয়ে কর তাহলে আমি
এই লইটে বান্ধব তুই চুপ থাক তুমি তো মোর বন্ধু সুরজ রে চেনো মোর মেলা দিনের পুরানা বন্ধু লোকটাও ভালো বিশ্বাসী আর তার মাইয়া যে খারাপ হইবে ইয়া কিন্তু মোর বিশ্বাস হয় না আমার ওই দোস্ত সুরজ রে মুই কথা দিছি তার মাইয়া আয়সার লগে আগামী মাসে মগো পোলার বিয়া দিব তা বাবা তুমি কি কর
আলহামদুলিল্লাহ রাস্তা ক্লিয়ার
তোর বাবার একটু মাথা মোটা হইলে তাতে কি হয়েছে কথাটা কিন্তু খুব একটা খারাপ করেনি তাই না ভালো একটা ডিসিশন নিছে
এই হ্যাঁ বেটা ওই যাও কই আরে বেটা বহ যাও যাও কই
বয় বাবা বয় বয় রাখি মাথাটা ঠান্ডা করে বয় না কথা বলতেছি কথা বলি কি শুন
আচ্ছা আব্বু আম্মু মন থেকে খুশিতে তোরে বিয়ে করাইতে চাইতেছে মানে তোর মতো বলদ আমি আমার দুনিয়াতে দেখিনি তুই যেখানে রাজি হবে সে জায়গার মধ্যে তুই উল্টার মোসামুসি করতেছিস আজকে যদি আব্বু আম্মু যদি আমারে যদি বলতো যে সাকিব তুই বিয়ে কর তাহলে আমি
এই লইটে বান্ধব তুই চুপ থাক বাজান মোসরামুসরি কইরা কোনো লাভ হইবে না বিয়া কোনো অপরাধের কাম না শুনো পোলাপান যখন বড় হয় বাবা মার দায়িত্ব পোলাপান করে উত্তম জায়গায় বিয়ে দেওয়া আমার জানা মতো মাইয়াটা সুশীল ভদ্র বিয়েটা হইয়া গেলে তখন বুঝবা তখন আর তোমার অঙ্ক মুখস্থ করা লাগবে না বাবার হোটেলে বইয়া ঠ্যাংয়ের উপর ঠ্যাং তুলা খাবা অসুবিধা কি
অনেক অসুবিধা আমি বিয়ে করবো না আর তোমার বিয়ে দেওয়ার ইচ্ছা হলে তোমার ছোট ছেলের সাথে বিয়ে দাও ওই যে আয়সানা কি নাম ছোট ছেলের বিয়ে দিয়ে দাও তার সাথে আমি পড়াশোনা করব আমি পড়াশোনা করে পাশ করে আমি হায়ার স্টাডির জন্য ইউনিভার্সিটিতে বিদেশের ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আমি পড়তে যাব আমি বিয়ে করব না আমি পড়াশোনা করব
বাজান দিল্লি বহু দূর ওদিকে তুমি তাকাইও না লাভ হইবে না ওই মাইয়ারেই তোমার বিয়া করতে হইবে ফোন নাম্বার নেও কথা কও দরকার পড়লে দুজনে দেখা সাক্ষাৎ করো সিন পরিচয় হও আগামী মাসের যে কোনো দিন তুমি কত মোর এককানি কথা
আপা তোরা তো জানিস তোর আব্বার মাথা গরম যেই কথা বলে সেই কাজ না করা পর্যন্ত তার মাথাটা গরমই থাকে তাছাড়া বাবা সবার তো আর লেখাপড়া হয় না হয় বাবা যে বলছে বিয়ে শাদী কইরা বাবার ব্যবসাটা একটু দেখাশোনা কর এতে করে তোর একটা নতুন জীবন হবে একটা নতুন সংসার হবে তাই না জীবনটা একদম পাল্টায়া যাবে ঝরঝরা হয়ে যাবে তাই না আব্বা আমার কথা শুনতে হয় হ্যাঁ বাজান
আমার ভবিষ্যৎ এমনিও ভালো পড়াশোনা করলেই ভবিষ্যৎ ভালো হবে তুমি যাও এখান থেকে যাও আমার মেজাজ একটু গরম হয়ে যাচ্ছে যাও এখান থেকে যাও
তোর বাবার কথাটা একটু ভালো করে মনোযোগ দিয়ে চিন্তা কর হ্যাঁ
ভাইয়া জীবনে বহুত অঙ্ক মুখস্থ করছো এবার জীবনের অঙ্কটা মিলাও এই যে উস্কো খুস্কো গালগুলো আছে না চুলগুলো আছে না ওগুলো সেলুনে গিয়ে ফেশিয়াল টিশিয়াল করে একটু মানুষ হও বুঝছো
জুতাগুলো না ময়লা হয়ে গেছে এগুলো ড্রাইওয়াশ করবো আমি ড্রাইওয়াশ করবো
Thằng nhà thầy chữ đi mia thằng choao ai à mời xa ta thằng Vũ rồi không mày không Vũ chắc là mày rồi mua cái gì mua ni cho mua ni cho đi quá ta em mua cái gì đi mua đi xong mất trả tiền từ qua giờ anh thấy nó toàn là thằng này các anh em một trực tiếp rồi không có Mai là check biết lại là thấy đang giống sói đúng không? Mày đi. Sao vậy? Phải không? Người ta có lòng trọng với người sống phát có nhót nhìn lên một sóng. Nghe gì? Tao một dấu Nam. Ê, không, tao tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tắt chân cái đấy rồi, tao nhớ ngay rồi. Mà tao tắt từ lâu. Tao ấn tao nhớ đến nghe gì. Này giờ 36 à? Ai bảo? Tao nó không tắt à? Không tắt à? Tao từ nãy giờ mà. Tắt à? Tắt tiếng của nó đi được. Tao đánh xong quá đi. Cái cài đến ao trên người xuống cài và Discord phải có xịn xịn mới đá được cái nữa. Còn chưa tin nhắn rồi đúng rồi. Thế sao không kéo cái mà tin nhắn mà kéo lên thì tin nhắn rồi tin nhắn là cái này nó từng mất luôn này. Livestream này, không chỉ livestream tắt rồi. Đàn ngông lục lôi tay trước này chắc gào nhưng mà vậy có một bài chỉ tay trước là mua tất cả luôn xem lúa vào hết cả hai cái bài xếp luôn cả bài xếp luôn cả hai luôn vào cả hai cái bài xếp hai cái bài xếp mà chuẩn em rồi. Tập lưng này cứ răng một cái máy thôi, hai cái máy kéo ngang kéo dọc xong. Gì im. Ông kia bảo vẫn là chỉ biết một chơi game. Calo calo ấy, duy trì thì cân bằng calo. Đâu mày muốn thêm chất gì thì mày phải xem chất các thứ cơ, xem đồ ăn các thứ cơ. Đâu không thì cân đủ calo được. À, mình sẽ ăn cái gì được không phải ăn cái gì cũng được để nó vân vặt nhưng mà phải lượng calo đấy trong ngày thôi đừng ăn quá nghĩa là quá giới hạn không ăn cái gì cũng được nhưng mà sẽ là phải vừa thôi. Bây giờ người ta của anh biết rồi tuần của anh biết của anh chi liệt sức treo rồi à sao à không có phép đánh này có phép đánh như vượn này phép chạy như nhảy linh tinh này phép nó nhảy nhót lên với cả lúc mày kéo cam ra xa xa ấy cái tiền đấy nó chia hết thằng nhân vật rồi đó quay ta thấy và ta đây tao quay biết nhưng mà mình sẽ còn tầm một nửa tao còn một nửa cũng sắp xong rồi 100 xong được qua tuần 2 tuần thừa 2 mấy là mà tao chỉ quay 5 ngày nhưng cũng đâu đừng nghe mà tao cũng lười quay cũng đã lừa mất mấy ngày lâu ngày hôm nay 10 tiếng hồi trước là thế đấy kia thật trước làm mỗi ngày 10 tiếng đấy có đợt mà treo cái auto-file chứ buồn nói rồi tao thật auto-file nhưng mà bữa nhỉ cả không mấy ông anh ấy đang làm xong thì thẳng từ đánh game rồi anh game bữa cái đó gì cho là không phải biết bắt bẻ công ty nó cũng bữa ấy sao nói gì bộ anh bộ mọi người chơi còn anh không chơi người chơi không ai không biết và anh không chơi yes. Anh mà phỏng vấn đứa nào hỏi anh thấy bảo là thái độ làm việc của phòng anh nhìn good yes. Kinh vậy chào tôi muốn cục vô đây lại của nhất xong à xả luôn thôi đánh này thằng nào càng nhiều càng nắm càng nhiều phần trăm càng to bây giờ có một thằng tự đâu một thằng của đông môn nó bán hết đi chú Hoàng làm tiếng thôi ô đồ bên này đâu hết rồi làm
Quá. Giờ hết cỡ rồi.